Fire and Ice, poem by Robert Frost. Fire and Ice. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. This is a beautiful short poem written by Robert Frost. The poet talks about two powerful things, fire and ice, that could end the world. Fire stands for strong feelings like desire, anger, or hatred. Ice stands for coldness, hate, or lack of emotion. He says both are dangerous. He thinks the world could end in fire, but ice could also destroy it just as easily. The poem shows how human emotions can be powerful and destructive. The tone is ironic because the two most dominant human emotions that impact our lives are dangerous. The poem is ambiguous. It is open to more than one interpretation. Frost clearly states that the world will end, but doesn't answer the question if the world will end with fire or ice. In Robert Frost's poem Fire and Ice, the simple yet symbolic diction creates an ironic and accepting tone, supporting the theme that if not restrained, the imbalance of emotions will eventually lead to destruction. Lines 1 and 2. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. The first two lines describe the disagreement in general society on the topic of how the world will end. Some people believe the world will end because of fire, which stands for strong emotions like desire, anger, or greed. Others think it will end because of ice, which stands for cold feelings like hate, indifference, or lack of love. Lines 3 and 4. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. The poet says that from his own experience with desire, he agrees with those who think the world could end in fire. He means that strong emotions like desire can be very powerful and dangerous. Lines 5 to 9. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. The poet says that if the world had to end a second time, then ice, which stands for cold feelings like hate, could also destroy it. He has seen enough hate to know how powerful and harmful it can be. So, just like fire, ice is also strong enough to cause destruction. It would be enough to end the world. Let us understand what does the poet mean by fire and ice. Fire means burning hot, ice means cold or freezing. But in the poet says fire means love, passion, desire. Ice means hatred. The poet talks about the world might end either in fire or in ice. Fire stands for strong emotions like desire, anger, or greed. These feelings can grow out of control and cause destruction. Ice stands for cold emotions like hate, indifference, or lack of love. These can also be harmful and lead to destruction. The poet says he agrees with those who think fire could end the world because he has felt strong desire. But he also knows how dangerous hate can be. So he believes ice could destroy the world too. In short, the poem shows that both strong passion and cold hatred are powerful enough to destroy everything. It is a warning about how human emotions can be dangerous if not controlled. The poem Fire and Ice was first published in 1920. Briefly explain how the World War I might have influenced the theme of the poem. Robert Frost wrote Fire and Ice just after the World War I. The war caused a lot of pain, destruction, and death. The poem shows how strong emotions like desire, and hate can be dangerous just like war. Frost may have been thinking about these feelings led people to fight and hurt each other. He warns that such emotions could destroy the world again. According to the poet, what do ice and fire symbolize? According to Robert Frost, ice symbolizes hatred, coldness, and rigidity. These human cold emotions and lack of love are destructive enough to remove the warmth of fire and destroy the world. Fire symbolizes unlimited wishes and desires of human beings, like violent feelings of anger, cruelty, brutality, etc. These both might end the world. What is the message of the poem Fire and Ice? The message of the poem Fire and Ice is that strong emotions like desire and hate can destroy the world. The poet warns us that both burning passion and cold hatred are dangerous. He shows how human feelings, if not controlled, can lead to great harm, even the end of everything. Evaluate the line. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. In the context of volcanic eruptions, forest fires, meteor collisions, melting ice caps, etc. The line, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice, can be linked to real dangers in nature. Fire could mean things like volcanic eruptions, forest fires, or even meteor collisions that cause heat and flames. These can destroy large parts of the earth. Ice could mean melting ice caps, climate change, or freezing temperatures that slowly harm the planet. The poet uses fire and ice to show how both heat and cold, just like strong emotions, can lead to end of the world. It connects feelings to real disasters. Fire and Ice projects a pessimistic outlook. Comment. Fire and Ice projects a realistic outlook. The poet brings forth the view that the world will end soon, either by fire or ice. Robert Frost mentions that he has tasted everything in his life after the World War I. So, it would end soon, either with greed or indifference. He believes both can destroy the world. This shows a pessimistic, negative view that human emotions can lead to disaster. What does fire and ice stand for, and what is the general opinion regarding the world? Fire stands for fury, desire, lust, anger, avarice, cruelty, and greed. Ice is symbolic of hatred, coldness, rigidity, insensitivity, and intolerance. The general opinion is that the world will end in fire or ice. People who favor fire believe that it will be the heat and passion which will end the world. On the other hand, some people think that it will be the ice which will freeze the world. Most of your classmates, like Frost, feel that man's greed and rage or hate would lead the world to its destruction. You feel that the fire and ice in mankind can be addressed to create a harmonious world. Write a speech for your classmates expressing your belief with respect to the poem. A very good morning to all present in this room. Today I am here to express my beliefs with respect to the poem Fire and Ice. Dear friends, I strongly believe that fire and ice in mankind can be addressed to create a harmonious world. We humans are swaying between two extremes, fire and ice. Sometimes we are torn by our fire of passions, desires, lusts, longings, and fury. This further results in greed, avarice, passionate love. All such extremes can lead to conflicts and disasters. If not controlled, they can help in bringing an early end of the world. Humanity can redeem itself, possibly save or delay the end of the world by giving up such extremes of thinking and behavior. So, Let us keep burning the fire of patriotism, solidarity, and sensitivity, and put ice on indifference and rigidity to create a harmonious world around us. How will the world end? Support your answer with a scientific explanation. According to some people, the world will end in fire. The core of the earth will get extremely heated up due to the increasing global warming. It may lead to severe natural calamities like volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, uncontrollable forest fires, and tsunamis that may end the world. However, some people believe that the world may end in ice. As a result of the melting ice caps or glaciers, there would rise an ice age that would freeze all the living things on the earth to death. All the ice and snow from the mountains will melt down to the plains that one day and thus will shrink the world. Explain the symbols used in the poem Fire and Ice by Frost. Frost represents fire as human desires and lust for things. It symbolizes all the uncontrolled materialistic greed that humans have and their actions to achieve their goals create conflict and destruction. However, ice is symbol of cold feelings. It symbolizes hatred, indifference, and coldness of heart with same effects as the fire element. How can Frost's poem Fire and Ice be read as an extended metaphor? Frost's poem Fire and Ice is certainly an extended metaphor. The metaphor of fire and ice are used very effectively to solidly convey a clear message to the readers. The poem acts like a moral mirror for readers to assess their own standing in the world. Fire metamorphically represents and refers to violent human emotions like anger, cruelty, brutality, etc., while the term ice refers to cold human feelings such as hatred, jealousy, indifference, etc., that might destroy the world. The poet has used both fire and ice as great metaphors to imply that both of the destructive forces are powerful enough to bring down to the world. These metaphors convey that violent and cruel human emotions are a threat to the world. Wait, this needs to be edited. Poetic devices, alliteration. It is a repetition of a letter at the start of closely placed words. Letter F in flavor fire, letter W in world will, letter S in some say. Poetic device, imagery. While reading this poem, images that come in the reader's mind are the world on fire or covered in ice, and how relationships end. Words like destruction, hate, desire, and perish create negative, dark images. Poetic device metaphor. It is a literary device that is used to make a comparison without using the words like or as. Here, the poet has used the term fire and ice as metaphors, comparing the human emotions related to desire and hatred. Poetic device antithesis. Fire is the antithesis of ice. Two contrasting and directly opposite destructive forces have been the hallmark of this poem Fire and Ice. Poetic device personification. It means to give human qualities to inanimate objects. The poet portrays that fire is capable of destruction. Thus, the poet is personifying fire by giving it the power to destroy anything and everything. The poet portrays that ice is capable of destruction. Thus, the poet is personifying ice by giving it power to destroy anything and everything. Poetic device symbolism. The word ice has been used as a symbol of hatred or revenge, something slow but deadly. The word fire symbolizes passion and lust. Thank you.